Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Nerd It This Way. I'm Cecilia, and today we're about to kick off with the Gravity Falls book tag. I was tagged by the creator, RKGold. I will have his channel down below, but the Gravity Falls book tag is about the show Gravity Falls. It is about twins who go to their uncle's summer mystery shack, and they find mystery, adventure, and I find Mabel and Wendy, and I love them so much. It's a really good show. It's only 2 seasons, and what was it, on Hulu, I think? You should watch it. Okay, let's get started. So the first one is Dipper, the most determined and focused on their goal main character. For this one, I'm going to pick, I'm gonna have a picture somewhere, Victor from Michael Scott Earl's Tamer Dinosaur King series, because I felt like him and Dipper kind of like were obsessive over, you know, Victor over surviving the dinosaur planet, and Dipper obsessing over the journal and discovering all these crazy monsters. The next one is Mabel, a side character you like more than the main character. So for this one, after like the first one, I have like a few just in case, you know. So I have Hermione, of course. I liked her way more than Harry Potter because Harry was, don't get offended, anyone who are watching this, it's not that I don't like Harry Potter, the series or the movies. I just didn't like Harry himself. Like, he got stuff way too easily. Yes, I know he was a Horcrux and all that good stuff, but Ron and Hermione worked their way to the top. So that's how I feel about it. Another character I liked more than the main character was Mako from Kill la Kill. It's an anime and a manga. So I will have the picture right here. The next character is Grunkle Stan, favorite morally gray character. So I'm gonna probably pop back into Harry Potter, and I'm gonna say Snape. And then if you've watched anime or you've read the manga and you know Hunter x Hunter, Hisoka. That crazy clown was morally gray, like an opportunist in the highest degree. And so was Greed from Full Metal Alchemist. He was morally gray. Like he was just trying to make it, like through the whole thing. He's just trying to make it. Next is the Mystery Shack, favorite fictional setting. Well, okay, I'm gonna go down the line of why it won't be these places. It wouldn't be Panem. It would not be Hogwarts because everyone was dying. And at the end, if you didn't know how to fight, you were screwed. So no. It wouldn't be Camp Half-Blood. No, it just wasn't a thing with me. But I will say, Narnia in the first book, after the Ice Queen is defeated, in that little time slot right there. Nowhere else. That slot right there. If I had to pick like that setting, that scene, that's where it would be. That's my favorite. And okay, I don't know if this is my favorite scene, but I like the setting, and it's the Spirit bathhouse from Spirited Away. Although there is a lot of controversy. I know, but it's really pretty. Oh, lies. From Blue Exorcist, the academy that they're at, I did think that was a great setting. Okay, next character, Seuss. Sorry, I love Seuss. He's like weird. Okay, so Seuss is Jesus. Okay, because it took me a minute. I was like, what? Okay. Seuss, most loyal character, hands down, Samwise Gamgee. He was loyal. Also, Legolas was loyal too, except, you know, in his own little way. On the other side, on the anime and manga part, Ruth from The Ancient Magnus's Bride. Ruth is like a familiar, which could also go into the Waddle But Ruth goes through some stuff with the girl. You know how like some main characters, they just never get it. Like you're like, okay, character development. She develops so slowly. You're just like, damn, that familiar is working overtime to keep her out of trouble. That was Ruth. Next, Wendy. I love Wendy. She was so dope. Stereotype defying female character. Oh, I have a long list. Okay, so Wendy in the character. Oh, I should have went through and explained kind of the characters. Fine, it's fine. So Wendy is the daughter of a lumberjack family, and she's the only female in the family. So yeah, that right there tells you a lot. Erza from Fairy Tale, Misaka from Attack on Titan, Annie from Attack on Titan, and my last character is from a book I just read. Like, I wasn't gonna read anything, but then I got bored and I was like, oh, I'm gonna read something. And it's Sansa, and I'm gonna have like the book cover, and it's called The Blind Fall. And Sansa is a blind woman who gets abducted by aliens with her guide dog, with her service dog, and it's dope, and she's hilarious. Okay, next, journals, books that deal with mystery. So in the Etched in Bone, Meg Corbin, the main character, starts using tarot cards. She is slowly like constructing a deck of tarot cards, and that's similar to like the Mystery Shack book, where it's like not like in the beginning it's like, oh, this is the features of the monster or whatever, and there's no way to like save yourself until like the end when they figure it out. But it's very vague. And there's a young girl in Meg Corbin's, and her name is Hope, and she is a artist, like, so she'll draw out bits and pieces of the future. So that's similar to like the journals. Bill Cipher, a villain you really love. I'm gonna have a picture instead of going to grab it, of Tanya the Evil, because I love her, and she's also morally gray, but I'm gonna put her in the villains category because she sacrifices a lot of her soldiers for crazy stuff, for talking back, for being late, for not necessarily take her position, but just have her removed from the position. And so they all end up dying. Next is Waddles, which is Mabel's pet pig. And like, he's smart but stupid, but he's cute, and he's Waddles. So I have quite a few. Most of them are anime related or manga related, so bear with me. But first, I'm going to put the picture right here, and it is Coda from Blind Fall, which is Sansa's service dog. When like they interact, and Coda is kind of, you know, attacking aliens and putting her foot down and growling and snarling, it's really funny because Sansa would be like talking for her, like, bitch, back away from my mom. It's really funny. On the anime side of things, Chopper from One Piece, Kurama from Naruto, Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service, and Kuro from Blue Exorcist. Those are Waddles to me. Yeah, those are Waddles. Next is Robbie, the least favorite love interest. And for this, I have one webtoon, one ebook, and one book that is out. So the first love interest that I cannot stand, that I'm just like, I stopped reading it once they got together because I was like, okay, whatever, this is as good as it's gonna get. Like, let me stop. Ethan from Chloe Neal's Some Girls Bites, the Chicago Vampire series, he was just an asshole from start to finish. And they were like, ooh, he's so good looking. He's still mean as hell. Merritt didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve a lot of shit that he was talking. He's a douchebag. The next person, is Sheena from Changing Masks. I read this a few months ago. I will have a link to that video and all the other videos that possibly have some of these books I know the Dinosaur Tamer, I have a video for Tanya the Evil and Changing Masks, which I think are in the same video. Oh shit, check me out. The Webtoon Let's Play, the primary love interest, Marshall, I hate him. I am not Team Marshall because Team Marshall is annoying. He sucks. Like, it's about a introverted, depressed, anxiety-ridden game programmer, a game designer, and she creates this game, and like how booktubers get arcs, she sent out her game to test on, you know, like a YouTuber, technically. And he doesn't really play it. He talks major crap about it, and all of his followers leave all these really, really mean reviews without even playing the game. And so she gets in trouble at work, and mind you, she's already introverted, she's depressed, she gets depressed easily, and she just kind of falls into herself, and it's just so sad because you're like, no, don't do it. And she has this great group of friends where she online games with them, and so you get to meet like all of her friends and her guild and her squad, which is awesome. There's just, I can go on about that for a while. So let's move on. But if you have not read Let's Play, highly recommend it. I'm not Team Marshall. You'll know what team I'm on once you read it because it's that good. Like, if you have anxiety, depression, anger issues, social anxiety, jealousy, like, if you're like legit introvert like myself and socially awkward like myself, you will understand everything about this story, and you'll be rooting every bit of it. Like, you're like, yes, go you, go you, go you. And then you'll realize why I don't like Marshall. Okay, and that concludes this tag. I will be tagging Ellie from the EllieEffect. Khaleesi? I think I said your name wrong. I'm really sorry if I did. Apologies in advance. The EllieEffect. I will have her channel down below. She's really sweet. I love her so much. I love her so much. Crystal from Skeptical Bookworm, I tag you. And Cecilia, Thatdisneychik, I tag you as well. I will have their channels down below. They're really, really great people. I love them so much. And life update. So 8 this morning, I got a call, right? I was knocked out. And I did not have my phone on silent. So the ringer was on high. So I jumped up and I was like, ah! And I was like, I turned it off, and then I looked and it was my advisor. And I was like, oh no. What happened? Oh no, right? So I applied, rewind and catch up. I applied to the MFA program at my school, Southern New Hampshire, and I didn't hear anything back. So I just took it as a rejection, like a really soft rejection, like, we don't want you. And I was like, okay, I got a plan B. But 8 this morning, my advisor called me and he was like, I have good news for you. Call me back. And I was like, well, I can't go back to sleep now. So I get up, I like leave the room quietly with my really loud Labrador right behind me, like waking up because he's a morning dog. So he's all excited. I'm kind of excited and kind of nervous. And I got in, you guys. I got into the program. I'm so excited. Like, this has been like an awesome year. Like, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry over like just this, but this year has been really good. Like, I've worked so hard and it paid off. Come on, do the jig with me. Do the jig. So yes, I want to share this with you because this booktube channel is also like a big milestone in my life. Like, I've been telling myself since like I was 19 I was gonna do a booktube channel. I'm 26 now. Took a minute, but I did it. Ah! So with that, I went to the movies to treat myself, to go see The Grinch. That movie was awful. I feel bad that I made my husband sit through it, but that's okay. No regrets. Next, I want to talk about, so I figured out that I want to possibly film earlier in the week and then edit in the week and then post like Saturday morning, Friday night. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing, but with everybody putting up like how to make your YouTube channel better, and I'm like taking notes and like looking like, oh, I need to do the YouTube analytics and stuff like that. That might change. So yeah. And so NaNoWriMo, what I am doing, you guys, is, so I have written, thanks to the July camp, August camp, and June, July, August camps that I was involved in, I was able to write, well, hand jam, a 60,000 word, like, rough draft, hella rough. And after discussing it with a friend of mine, I decided, with her blessing and advice, to start over and hand jam like everything. So if you go on my NaNoWriMo, I typed up my story using Dabble, which I will have the link to that. It is phenomenal. Like, I could write scene by scene by scene, plot everything out. They have like little plot charts and stuff, and then organize it how I wish. But I am one of those people who can sit and just write for hours, but I need to slow down my writing. So I decided to start over. I started and I've written maybe 1,000 words hand jam. But I'm telling you this because do not feel like just because you see someone else that your buddy, you know, buddy writing or whatever, and they have like all these words and you have like maybe 200. You have a life. You probably are paying bills. You're probably going to school. You're probably brainstorming in your head, writing things down on post-its, putting it in your phone to write later. You're still working on it. Like, NaNoWriMo, I feel like personally, is to create good habits throughout the month. That could be brainstorming, that could be plotting, that could be character development, world building, like everything. So do not feel as if this is end all be all, like, oh no, you know, you wasted a whole month to write your rough draft or your novel, or, you know, whatever the case may be, because of the perks at the end. But being able to say that you sat down every day and wrote something towards your book is great in itself. And I really wanted to share that because you need to be told that sometimes. Like, sometimes you need to be told, you did good. Do not worry. Do not compare yourself to her or to him. You did fucking phenomenal. And so I am here to tell you that because my husband told me and it made me feel so good. like I was like crying because I was like, I don't like it. Like, I wrote all this stuff, all these words, all 70,000 words, and they're like complete chapters that I was like, ugh, why did I write that? What was I doing? Was I drinking too much wine? What was going on with my, you know, my mind in those moments? And he was like, just rewrite it. And it's very easy for someone who does not read fiction and does not write or plot or, you know, do little things to say, just rewrite it. But in your mind, you're like, oh my gosh, I just wrote like my first, you know, draft baby, that's what we're gonna call it, hashtag draft baby, is right there, and you want me to do another one? Like, what about this one? What about this one? So I'm here to tell you, use that one as a plotting map and go based off of it. Use it to help you make it better. So this is the end of the video. I hope you like it. Thank you for staying with me through it all. I'm just so happy, you guys. Like, I was like, I made it. So if you are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the bell to get notified every time I put a video up, because I do this weekly. Yes, you'll see me once a week, hopefully twice a week. Ooh, wouldn't that be cool? Let's not, you know, promise anything. Once a week is a promise. But if you are already subscribed, if you are already a part of this Nerdville, ooh, I like that. Nerdville. Nerdtropolis. Ooh, Nerdtropolis. You're already part of this nerd society. How you doing? How's your week going? Did you get any good news? If so, tell me down below. And if you didn't, you can still tell me down below, and we will figure out a way to fix it. You and I and everyone else, because we are a community, and this is what we're here for. To support, to impact, to recommend. So if you got some books, or recommend them down below. If you read the books I've talked about, you watched the anime, which are on Hulu and Netflix in English. If you don't like reading subtitles, check them out. And, oh, Sweatshirt is brought to you in part by James's Side of the Closet. So, if you are a new nerd, secret nerd, recorded nerd, converted nerd, or thinking about being a nerd, welcome to the community. And I will see you next time. Bye.